I had just been with my wife now. She was my girlfriend at the time for I don't remember how long, but she was in the stands and like got to be there for it, and the camera's on her, and
The real question
really
is,
fun.
would you guys have got married if you did not win?
Yeah, probably. We didn't get married for until a lot longer. During
Well, I'm
COVID.
just like, she might have just dumped you right. You get 6, and she's like,
Yeah.
Jesus, what a loser. Sorry, I'm into dating winners.
She might be married to Ben Zamani today.
We were playing heads up for wives.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy.
All right, guys, welcome back. Table One Podcast, co-host Art Parman, other co-host Justin Young, and today special guest Tyler Patterson is with us. Yay.
Yo, guys. What's up?
Thank you for doing this. First and foremost, I know I've been kind of wanting you on for a little while, but like it's always tough with poker players getting the timing to line up, especially when you're dealing with more of a tournament guy like yourself or whatever. You tend to travel, you hop a little bit more than most. Not to mention you play a lot of golf.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really travel too much for tournaments anymore. It's mostly was part of moving to Vegas like 5 years ago, and just really Vegas and Thunder Valley mostly now. That's about it.
Some good spots right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised our paths had never crossed. Yeah, that's how you say that. Just given I used to play a lot of tournaments, and I know most of the tournament guys. So nice to meet
he
you.
usually cashed. Maybe that was part of it.
But he would be like taking me out at the beginning and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's possible our paths crossed in cash a long time ago too.
Okay.
Like the old 10-20 at Bellagio days, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, you played those games, really?
A long time ago I did, yeah. A lot.
I don't know. Yeah. If you were there,
too.
I definitely don't remember that. Wow. All right.
Could be the hazy IPAs.
It definitely could be. So, I'm sure you've watched all our episodes, and we do appreciate that.
Every single second, of course.
So, this isn't for you, but for all the new listeners out there, we usually take the viewership back in time till you were a tiny Patterson, and how you kind of grew up into the stupid world we live in now.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me about the childhood. Where'd you grow up?
So I was born in Sacramento, but we moved to Seattle when I was like 7, so I really grew up in Seattle.
Isn't it Everett? Or are you just claiming Seattle because it's a big city?
Okay, so no, I did own a house in Everett, but I also moved to Seattle and Bellevue. Matt Affleck and I were roommates in basically downtown Seattle for just over a year.
Okay.
So I went to Washington State on the other side of the state, but only for 1 year. And in that summer where I was still trying to go to school, I got a job dealing cards when I was 19, because you can deal and play at 19 or 18 in Washington. And I loved getting $400 a night in tips dealing cards, and didn't go back to school.
Well, let's back up just a little bit. First
Sure.
and foremost, whatever. Like, did you grow up playing games or anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely played a bunch of card games with my family, like Hearts and Pinochle and stuff like that, and sports growing up really for me. But I was always better than my family at the card games, and I didn't think anything of it or whatever. But me and a cousin used to beat the pants off our aunts and uncles at Pinochle, and
You guys played strip poker.
That's a sex crime.
I don't think that's...
Man, this is going to come back to me. I already
I'm
have a
pretty
joke
sure we
history
should edit
about
this.
That's really bad.
Why would you take their pants first? Go for the shoes.
We beat
and
them
socks.
for Starbursts, okay? Maybe not their pants.
Sounds like a sex crime still. It's just Starburst code. All right. Sorry. We'll get past the pedophile ring. So when you were going to college, what was the goal? What was the you're supposed to be in?
Golf. So I was only like a 2 handicap. I got kind of good as a junior and senior in high school, but not really good enough to play D1 golf. And so I wasn't going to make the team, but they saw me out there playing every day and practicing, grinding. So they let me practice with the team for the 1 year I was there.
Okay.
But there were no seniors, and I wasn't going to get better than the juniors. So I was drawing very slim. So that was a big reason for me not going back. I sort of gave up on golf at that point.
Well, did you
as a
do
career?
you have a major? You're supposed
No,
to be
I only went 1 year, so I was going to maybe poli-sci probably. Like
Okay.
I was
but
big,
like golf was supposed to be the end. To the
yeah. I was a big punk rocker, going to be a lefty fighting from the inside maybe someday, but that gave that up too.
So, what your parents think about your dream of being a professional golfer? I mean,
They loved that. My dad was a teaching pro. He tried to play for a living, but was on mini tours and stuff. Never made real money playing golf. He just was a teaching professional. And so I grew up in a golf family, but I had a aunt who was a D1 golfer, full ride scholarship. My dad was full ride scholarship. I have a cousin who was a full ride scholarship and tried to make it on some mini tours. So I was the worst golfer of the family, and I was still pretty good.
But that they were just cool to like shoot your shot with golf, and
Definitely.
if you fail, no big deal. We'll figure it out later.
Yes, mostly. I mean, they obviously wanted me to graduate college with whatever degree, but they knew golf was the goal at that time. And then when I kind of knew that wasn't going to work, and then kind of just got lucky into falling into gambling and making a comfortable living doing that, golf kind of fell off for 5 years or so.
Sorry, I was just going to say, were you playing before you started dealing poker?
No, I wasn't. I played beer league softball with this guy who ran a dealing school. And so he just raced me through it in like a week so that I got the certified or whatever it was. And so I got a job really quick just in the summer, and was just dealing cards. And then everyone kind of played for fun around that. And so I started playing and loved it right away, and was maybe accidentally winning right away. And I mean, we're talking about $100 tournaments or 3, 6, 4, 8 limit hold'em. Like when I got good, I moved to 5-10. You know what I mean? Or 10-20 maybe limit hold'em.
So you got your reps through watching people.
Yeah, some of that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot of dealers.
Were you one of those dealers that would like make comments after the hand, like? Not that they exist, but they 100% exist somehow. It's crazy to me how many dealers are like afterwards they'll make a comment to somebody. There's like, man, can't believe you got away for that bluff. Shut up, man. What like?
So yes, but I was dealing 3, 6, and 4, 8 limit hold'em, so it was acceptable. And I was definitely talked too much in the box. I had good dealing skills, but even if I were to continue dealing, I would have talked too much. I couldn't handle it. Like, that's part of making poker fun, right? I couldn't have held myself back. I guess if I took it seriously and was a professional dealing tournaments or big games, I probably would have chilled out.
So how are your chops right now? I know you just hit a big tournament or something like that, blah, blah, blah. But like, are you still keeping sharp just in case things turn south?
Dealing.
Yeah.
No, but
really,
they're okay.
Man.
They're okay.
How
yeah.
confident are you?
I like it. Every once in a while I get to play in a couple home games, and like if the dealer needs a break, I don't mind stepping in, and I'm okay.
Okay.
So humble.
I had this deck of cards. Cut this banana.
All right. So how long did you, from the people that were dealers, the transition to playing poker, we've had on the past, it was kind of like a slow bleed, kind of back and forth or whatever. Like they would, deal, get the money, play, sometimes win, sometimes lose or whatever. Think they can be a professional, then they get their job back. Was that like you at all? Or was it just like, I only dealt for 6 months and I just won like so much money right away?
No, I enjoyed dealing. I didn't have aspirations of being a pro for a bit. So it was probably 2 or 3 years of dealing cards. And we had to deal poker and in the pit where I was from. So I dealt Pai Gow and Spanish 21, all that nonsense too. But yeah, once I learned that I was winning and then realized it's on TV all the time, maybe this can be real. And there's all these books out there. It was books back then. So I read everything there was, and yeah, now I was better than all my friends, but the games were still pretty small to like make a living. So I was just having fun winning a little here and there. And then my 21st birthday, I took a trip to Commerce for the LA Poker Classic, and I had maybe my whole life roll of 3,000 or 4,000 on me, and that became like 25 or 30 by the end of the trip, and paid off some student loans for the 1 year, and then was trying to transition into dealing less and playing more. And eventually the tribal casinos in the Seattle area started opening no limit, and eventually I got to 20 hours and 20 hours to just bleeding it down to where I was just playing.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay. Right.
We gotta be all pretty close. Art's probably a little younger.
Maybe a little. I won't age shame you guys. Was this pre-online poker then? So you never were playing online?
There was very little online. Washington State had closed to online poker well before Black Friday. So I dabbled a little bit, but Washington State closed it down maybe 2 or 3 years before Black Friday happened. So I would play a little bit on Ultimate Bet and Full Tilt for a tiny bit, but it wasn't very long before it was shut down.
All right, it is the holiday season, and you know what that means? Turkey. That's right, USD turkey. And we at Table One are giving away 200 USDT every single week between Thanksgiving and New Year's to the top 3 rake earners in our player pool. So if you signed up with Table One in the past and you used our code or our link, you are good to go. You don't have to do anything. You are automatically qualified. You can follow along at table1.vegas/rake to see where you stand on the leaderboard. And Justin, if they want a little bit of gravy on their turkey, is there a way for them to get a deposit bonus with our code?
I do know there's a lot of people out there listening right now that have not made an account. But if you do, use our code, sign up, you get this promotion. In addition to that, though, you get 150% on $2,000, which means you can make $3,000 for free, which is ridiculous. In addition, Phenom Poker has introduced more and more higher stake tournaments and bigger guarantees. They've been missing some guarantees, which is kind of nice for extra free money. So might as well get in there now before the secret gets out.
Go Table One. Back to the show. Okay.
I never did that professionally at all. But I did win, like one year at Ultimate Bet. This is how I started playing the World Series. At Ultimate Bet, I won like 3 or 4 1,500 seats at the World Series.
Okay.
And it was really funny at the time because the way they had sat everyone, all of the Ultimate Bet winners were at the same table.
Oof.
So, so all the packages were the exact same people for every tournament. So
That's kind of crazy.
yeah, so I played with that like crazy.
We're really getting the word out about Ultimate Bet.
Yeah.
Where do you play? Ultimate Bet? Cool. Yeah.
It was like Crazy Canuck, Poker Ho, Phil Hellmuth. Every table we played for, I don't know, I only won like 3 or 4 of them, but that was my start at the World Series.
Nice. So, all right, after you go down to Commerce, you're starting to bleed back into it because there's not a whole lot of stuff in town. Are you traveling a lot for poker at this point?
A little bit. I would travel to some tournaments. There was a tournament in Pendleton, Oregon that would have a series of tournaments between $250 and $1,000, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And you could play it under 18 there also. Or 18, sorry, under 21.
Jeez.
18.
I want to go to this.
Yeah, no, 8. You could play at 18.
12-year-olds.
Yeah. So that was my first like tournament series, and I loved it. So it was funny actually because the word got out that you could play at 18 there. So people from Turning Stone, because that's also an 18 casino, would fly across the country to play in this Pendleton, Oregon series. So I played with like, she was a little too young then, but Cherish Andrews, Charter, I'm trying to think of who else came out there. Alex Queen, like there's a bunch of real killers came from Turning Stone, New York to play with us in Pendleton, Oregon, and
Here,
Esther Taylor.
tournament.
Yeah, Esther Taylor used to play there. We've been friends since we were 19.
At what point did you meet Matt? Was it in that?
Affleck was a little bit later because he was an online grinder, and I never really played online. But we met through like different circles. He's a little younger than me too. But we met through different circles because I was killing the live cash scene in Seattle when I was maybe 22, 23, a little bit older, 24, 25. And so he just kind of heard my name and barely knew me and knew I didn't play online and just staked me not knowing me in the 5K W Coop after he had his big score or whatever. Just put me in 100% for like, I don't remember, 30% free roll or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is cool. Okay. And then we kind of became friends after that, even though I busted in like level 2 or something.
I'm sure you played great. Don't worry about it.
I'm a bad beast right now. No, I'm just kidding.
So what did your parents think about this transition from like, I mean, I understand that they were happy with you following your dream for golf and like, you know, thought you would land on your feet, but like they probably didn't think your feet would be fucking poker.
Yeah, they didn't love it. They hated that I left school for sure. I came from pretty modest means, so they saw me being successful-ish, just making money dealing cards, and they were okay with me being comfortable, probably more comfortable than they were most of their lives. So it was okay. It wasn't too hard to transition.
All right. No pushback, no shame or anything?
Not really, no. They liked it. They were nervous, of course, but they kind of liked it. I have a half brother, but I'm kind of an only child. I was raised an only child, and my mom's like crazy doting mother, so she was just super proud of anything I do. So yeah. When I
Start bringing home trophies.
Yeah, any trophies, she'd lose her mind. So it was pretty easy.
So how long did you stay in Eastern Washington?
Only 1 year. That was only I was only the 1 year.
Okay, but you kept on dealing somewhere else. Where you?
That was back in Seattle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the card room or card rooms in Seattle?
They had a bunch of. They were allowed to have 15 tables total. The city card rooms.
Okay.
And so I dealt at Kenmore Lanes Casino. So there's a bowling alley, big 50-lane bowling alley that had this little casino in the back that was very, very popular, like standing room only on Friday, Saturday nights. Like it was really packed. It was really fun. The vibe was great. I kind of got into bars and gambling like pretty early.
This is all pre-21, right?
Yeah.
For this part anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I dealt till I was 23, I think, is when I actually fully, let's see, 2006. Yeah, 23.
Okay. So when was your first trip down to Vegas? Because that has to be kind of like, I remember my first one. I went to AC, went to Tunica or whatever. I would stay kind of like in the east a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is my first chance to like make it big.
Yeah,
sand turns to gold or whatever. I don't know.
It was pretty bad actually. So I guess I was 22 when I won those couple ultimate bet packages and just played maybe 4 or 5 tournaments, maybe another 4 or 5 that were not that, but not World Series events, just something else.
Okay.
Like smaller probably. And then I did terrible. And I mean, I was probably doing okay in cash at the same time. I don't really remember. But the next year, I came down and played maybe 10 or 15 World Series events all on my own. And I went over. So I was still doing okay. I didn't go broke. I was still playing for a living because I was playing a 5-10 no limit game in the Seattle area. And so I was doing fine. But I was kind of off tournaments for a little bit. And then I went to, they had the British Columbia Poker Championship in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing cash all the time. So at 3 a.m. one time playing 5-10, I'm telling a story about how I'm not going to be there next week. So I'm going to go play 2 1Ks and a satellite to the 3,500 main, or 3,700 maybe. And one of the guys that I played with all the time is now one of my best friends. We're playing like 3-handed at the end of the night, and he's like, why don't I just put you into the main and I'll just take a piece? Okay, yeah, sure, we could try that. And then yeah, we could try that instead. So I played the 1100s on my own. I played this 3,500 with him, and I don't even know what place. I think, oh, actually I do. It was like 6th for maybe 80,000 Canadian, something like that.
So nothing.
How much is that real money?
I don't know. Don't know what the exchange rate was at the time. But it was actually kind of funny too, because the final table was the next day. So I had my parents and some friends all drive up. I had like 20 big blinds. I was probably 4th out of 6 or whatever. And the very first hand, Daniel Negreanu was on my right. And the very first hand, he opens, first of all, he says, I'm going to try something new, and opens the very minimum. And no one ever did that back then.
Back
it was 3X.
Back then, it was like, what an idiot.
Yeah. I'm going to try something new. And opens the 2X. And I had 10s in the small blind, and I jammed 22 big blinds or something. And he had kings and busted me the very first hand. So all my friends drove up 2 hours to do this stupid border 30-minute thing. And they all get there, and then I busted out the first hand.
The customs took longer than the swap.
Exactly.
And it's gone.
At least it was to Daniel Negreanu, so I had a story. The people who came up to look at me like knew who he was.
Sorry, he's just really good, Got me.
Yeah. He gave my mom a hug, so that was nice.
I would hit a 10 against most people, but not Negreanu.
Yeah. Right.
And Negreanu went on to win the tournament, so that actually makes you feel a little bit better. He did.
Yeah. So
wow. All right. So what was your cut from that score?
I think it was 50-50 that first one we did. I think that's what we did.
Some nice friends.
We didn't start any sort of makeup deal or anything, but my friend who is now even still to this day my full tournament backer, he was friends with Gavin Smith, and Gavin was maybe staking Lindgren, or maybe backwards. Maybe Lindgren was staking Gavin at the time. I don't remember, but they had discussed how they went about these things. And this guy is a history professor at Western Washington. He was very sharp legal mind, whatever. So he wrote up like a legal contract because we weren't that close yet. So then the next LAPC, we did the whole series together, and I did okay. And then we started just doing this thing ever since. And even with all the success that we've had, I've never wanted to even consider going on my own for tournaments anyway. He's never had a piece of any cash, but in tournaments, it's really nice to have that safety net, and I play much bigger than I would, and we've both done really well now.
That's a good story. So he's been at least a partial backer or full backer for 18 years. I mean,
since 2007. He's talked about writing a book about it because he's got. I don't know. I'll have to ask these guys if they're okay with this being on the podcast, but he has Affleck now too.
Okay,
and he has for 15 years probably.
We had Affleck on. He mentioned he was back. I don't think he mentioned any names or anything, but he haven't mentioned names either. So
yeah. Well, I mean, this guy's one of my best friends. He was the officiant at my wedding. Like we're super close family friends outside of this stuff too.
It's cool to see a backer-backee relationship that has lasted that long, because a lot of times one just gets fed up with the other one just inherently. Or
if the person's a poker player, the backer goes broke, and then then the player's backing the backer. It goes back and forth. But
exactly.
This guy sounds like, does he even play poker?
He does. Yeah, he actually got 10th in the main event one year. But
that's going to narrow it down for our audience to look it up.
1978.
It was.
He didn't cash. Sorry.
It was the year Jerry Yang won.
Oh, okay.
And,
now we know exactly.
It doesn't matter. He won't care. But he actually got introduced on the TV coverage on the Handy Busted in 10th. Because
that was the first time he got on camera? The first day
ever. Oh. He was like on camera a couple times, but they never introduced him. Maybe he didn't want that for his students or whatever. I don't know. But Kenny Tran was getting all the coverage, and Jerry Yang, and there was all this. Yeah. But yeah, he just never got. He got no limelight.
That was Havad Khan's year too, right? Havad,
I think so. Yeah, running around with a chair on his head.
He took a lot of the limelight with the screaming and the running.
Yeah,
love Havad, but.
Yeah, that was great. So anyway, he does have some poker success and definitely has poker chops. He plays in same home games I used to play in Seattle, and he plays some tournaments here and there.
And just for the viewers or whatever, I believe that I looked it up on Card Player, a good site to look at. Like $4.2 million in like career earnings. Does that sound right? I don't know.
That sounds right. I knew it was close to 4. I didn't know.
You don't look it up. God, I'm still such a little like, maybe I got a chip on my shoulder. Like, I look it up every once in a while. Every time I cash, like, what's it up to now? Look at me now, Mom.
I might be downplaying a little bit. I don't know exactly what it is, but one thing that we like to do with each other is the Washington State total career earnings.
Oh, okay.
Which is really fun battle between me, Affleck, Rabinowitz, and Dylan Wilkerson. Those are not for the top. The top is going to be Scott Clemens forever. But then
forever,
except for
but you're 42. You got this.
Okay, sure. But and then every once in a while, there's a main event final tablist that leapfrogs all of us. Rep Porter is also very tough for us to catch, Porter, but he doesn't play that much anymore, so we might catch Rep. But
what about Lee Markhold? Is he above you or below?
No, I'm pretty sure he's below us.
Oh, I'm gonna tell him you said.
I'm not sure, but there was
quote. Tyler Patterson says Lee Markhold's below him.
That's the thumbnail. Just you,
I'm not sure about that even.
And then you're riding Lee like you.
But he's an ex-rodeo guy, so that'd be really good.
Yeah, he's legit ex-cowboy. Or I don't know. Do you ever stop being a cowboy? I would guess probably not. I feel like he
seems like a cowboy.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is, but he plays the seniors events, and I'm pretty sure he kicked my ass.
He's really fit still too. I know that.
Well, that's fucking awesome. All right.
Yeah, I like a good story. The successful backing story is good. It's like when we had, not to apples to oranges, but Jesse Lonis sticking with his guy, like even now in all the success. That's cool. He's like still has his backer, and he's like, you know what? Why fix what ain't broke? It's
to me an underwatched episode as well.
Yeah,
just saying.
The Jesse story.
Cool story. So watch that.
Big fan of Jesse.
Yeah. Just a quick break here, guys. Are you tired of playing with players like this? Not this. No. This? Or this?
Or do you want to play with players like this?
Oh, wait. If you like having fun at the poker table, Table 1 is the game for you. We play high stakes, no limit, 100 blinds. And if you want to get into the game, it's actually super easy. We have a website, table1.vegas. You just go to the website, you click get a seat in the game, and fill out the form. It's that easy. It's your name, it's your phone number, it's the date that you're here, and I will personally reach out to you.
And it's only $5K minimum buy-in. Run it up at 2.5 and join us. All right, so what year are we up to right now? Like 2008, let's call it.
Sure.
Let's say just like right before like Black Friday. I know you didn't really play online much or whatever.
Yeah.
So what was your day to day? Like at this point, are you living with Affleck at all? Or?
No. I was married and settled down with 2 stepkids since they were 3 and 5. They're now in their 20s. So
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, but that I'm divorced and remarried for the last 4 years. So
not to get too personal, we can cut it out or whatever.
That's okay. I don't
Do you
care.
still have a relationship with the
very little. It's like maybe birthdays and holidays and stuff. But then also one of the boys actually dealt the World Series last year, and so
did he deal to you or?
Yeah, bad beat.
He did.
That's why I don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah, it was really nice because I had no idea he was even doing that. So just seeing him in the room, got to go up and give him a hug. I hadn't seen him for a couple of years, so it was cool. Yeah,
Really neat. All right.
yeah.
Does he have aspirations to kind of? I don't want to say follow in your footsteps.
I
but
don't know.
He's a
He does
poker
like
dealer.
to play. He does like to play, and he's done well. I've seen some trophies here and there, but I don't know. I don't know if that's.
He hasn't asked for coaching.
No, not asked for coaching.
From his old stepdad.
No, none of that. But so anyway, I was settled down. We bought a house just from actually even before winning much money playing poker, just from making money dealing cards. And my wife was a cocktail server, and we did okay. Back when subprime lending would give you a $300,000 loan to 23-year-olds who
But
can't show any
I
income.
only make $40,000.
Yeah,
Take a $500,000 house.
yeah,
It's fine.
no problem. So that was our Everett connection. But the Tulalip Casino was like a 20-minute drive, and they would have a 5-10 game that would start Thursday morning, and it kept getting earlier and earlier. So you'd have to show up as early as possible to get on the first game. Sometimes it'd be 2 or 3 games, and it would go only Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes into Sunday. And I would get 50 hours in a week in just that time.
Oh, it rained all the way through. Like
It would sometimes die and start back up, but I would be there if it did. So
Wow.
like I would play 40-hour sessions sometimes. Like I was a kid and it wasn't hard,
you got the passion, the drive. It's
Yeah,
all
and the games were pretty good.
Yeah.
So I did really well in that for a long time. That's really where I, got a comfortable bankroll to become a professional, really.
And at the time anyway, it was for you right then. It was just 2 card, right? Because I know
It
like
was.
a lot of your caches are PLO, high low, like stuff like that.
Yeah, it was just 2 cards then. I don't remember what year it was, but eventually we started playing PLO for just a little bit. We would play maybe half.
Mhm.
And it was really funny because we played maybe 2 weeks of PLO high, and then the casino came and said, "Hey, we actually don't have rules and regulations written for PLO high, but we do have it for 8 or better. So you guys are going to have, if you want to play PLO, you have to play PLO 8 until we can get it through the tribe." So there was like 2 months.
Seems so backwards, but okay.
Yeah. Well, because they had Limit Omaha 8 as like a
Okay.
game they played
Yeah.
for 4-8, limit Omaha 8. So they had the rules written, but they didn't have it for high. So once they realized that, they came and told us you can't play until we get it through. So now we played PLO 8 and everyone's learning on the fly.
Sure.
Like maybe a couple of the older guys had played it, but like they weren't good either. So the game was amazing for about 3 months where people were, didn't even know the rules, And so that game was amazing. Then we had one random guy who was always putting on a 25 straddle, and the game just became 5-10-25 after that. Just from, 3 weeks of this one guy always putting on the 25. So then it became bigger, and yeah. The game,
Well, how did that evolve? I mean, like I understand, like whatever the one guy's always doing it. Was he just like, come on, guys, put the 25 on there, or did someone just beat him a big pot? It was like, okay, I'll put it on the 25 this time.
I don't remember exactly how it happened, but
I feel like that's how it always.
Everyone loved it, and
Yeah.
there was a couple guys that were there, and so the game playing bigger made everyone happy. So that's
and rich.
so it just evolved into that. And weirdly,
that's a big game. I mean, that's.
I haven't mentioned this yet, but weirdly, this is a 500 max bet game.
Oh,
so it's actually on the turn and river. It's basically 500
Yeah.
limit Omaha high. Later, it was high by then. And that game sounds not as big, but it's really big. It's $20,000 wins and losses every time. So,
Jeez.
that's the high end, but still,
That's-
it's, you don't realize it, but 500 limit. If you're playing 250, 500 limit, that's a big game, right? Like,
for sure.
so when it's
Especially when the
500 on
equities are
river-
that close. I mean, even in PLO 8, like it's a little more defined or whatever, but still, like it's a lot of people's equities are very, very close.
Yeah.
And you can't deny it for $500.
No, it's
You're
just
seeing
right.
the river.
How much is in the pot? How much is it? call.
And when everyone knows it's 500 on the turn and river, they feel like the pre-flop decisions don't matter very much, but they matter so much. So later in the hands, just having big cards was just so valuable, and it became a very, very good game.
So that's where you kind of made your bread and butter, like the 5-10 and the 5-10 quarter or whatever?
Yeah, and I had some tournament success here and there, but the bigger buy-ins, I just never connected for the first few years. So I think I was 0 for my first 16 WPTs. I already said I was 0 for my first 20-ish World Series events, but eventually started to get some of those going. And it wasn't until 2014 that I won something pretty big. So.
Well, let's talk about that something.
Okay,
I mean, normally we like to talk about the Black Friday thing, but like it sounds like it didn't really.
That really didn't affect me much.
Yeah. So like, let's skip ahead just a little bit or whatever and talk about the first big thing.
Yeah, so because we were playing PLO8 cash all the time, my backer convinced me that I had to play the 1500 PLO8 at the World Series. I had never...
a soft tournament, by the way.
I've heard that. Well, I know that now. But, I had never played a PLO8 tournament. I played tons of hours of cash at it, so I felt comfortable, but I wasn't going to pick that tournament. Like, the way we operate is I make a big schedule of tournaments that I think I should play, and then he kind of adjusted a little bit, and then that's how we do it. And we usually stick pretty close to the schedule we start with. And he put that one on there, and I went on to win it. So 2014, I won. It was like 990 players, and it was extremely soft in the beginning, like you said. And I don't think it's not my specialty. I'm not one of the world's best at PLO8 at all. I thought I was at Hold'em maybe at the time.
Sure.
But the skill edge is still bigger versus the lower average players at PLO8 than it is in Hold'em. So I had a huge edge in the first couple days. And then the third day, it was like Wilkerson, Clements, my friend Brian Boobreaker, who was better than me. I don't know, the last 20 people were very tough. And my aggression was high, and I had chips, and it just worked out.
Yeah, that's a fun... well, kind of like similar to PLO. Like, it's fun to have chips like at certain inflection points of any tournament or whatever. PLO8's exactly the same way. It's just like, let's see. I can look at one card and be like, oh, well, I'm raising this no matter what.
Yeah.
if you get an ace, you're in there.
Sure.
And like, don't have to look at the rest or whatever.
Yeah. So that was a really fun final table. Also because, first of all, there's my friends at the table, which was nice. And I got heads up with Scott Clements. And Scott's also from Seattle area. So we had the same rail. There's a picture of us having like 30 beers on the table because we each ordered as many as they could give us so we could go give them to the audience. And we were drinking them too. But I mean, we weren't drinking heavy. We were taking it serious. It's the final table. But
yeah,
like 12 years ago. Just tell the truth.
But yeah, I mean, being heads up with him was a blast. And I ended up winning. And
Scott was basically the tits back then. I know I'm not demeaning him now. Like he's still like in the poker scene or whatever, but like he was like kind of the it guy for right around that period of time, I think.
Especially in 4-card games. I think he has like 3 or 4 4-card bracelets. So he was definitely the best, but I ran good enough and played well enough, I guess.
We're going to get him on the pod eventually. Yeah. We've been talking like at Daria a little bit, but
he's a tough sell.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he also has like some WPTs, like he won. He's a beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything he does.
I got him that
he even
day.
makes me want to chew tobacco.
So did that, I don't want to say change your life, because like, I mean, it was probably your biggest like tournament score. Like,
it was then. It was actually don't remember if it was 275 or 375. 275,000. Okay, it was 275,000, which was definitely my biggest score. It was, I don't know about life changing, but it was validating, made me more comfortable.
Well, that's more what I meant. I didn't mean like, oh, now you're going to go buy a fancy car or house or something like that.
Right,
more
right.
I'm like very entrenched in the poker community now. Like I'm a guy now. Like, I mean,
yeah. And so, it was definitely, validating is a good word. And then the very next year I won a WPT. So now I feel like now I'm really on the map. I was really a tournament guy from then on. Like I was pretty much gave up cash at about that point, I think. I mean, I still play a little cash now and then, and I would love to play more, but I just haven't dove back in.
And it takes some thick skin to do that. I mean, but I go back and forth like every 4 years or whatever, but still, that's a lot.
What was the WPT? The
Bestbet in
Jacksonville?
Bestbet Jacksonville is a bounty. So not a full bounty, but the celebrity bounty. So there was maybe 50 of us or something, kind of like Bay 101 that were bounties. So it was a 5K buy-in, and I think they got 2,500 maybe for a bounty. I'm not really sure. I don't remember, but that one was, I mean, being a bounty is a blast for one thing.
You were a bounty in that tournament?
I was. I don't know if I really had the credentials so much, but I am Matt Savage's golf buddy, and he run the tournament, and I was friends with the operators of the casino a little bit too. So.
And you have to come out to Jacksonville. I mean,
yeah. And I just coming off the bracelet win, so it was like a little bit of validation, but like I probably wasn't a big enough name to really be a bounty. But
so you got some of the who are you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, definitely got that. Yeah,
that's fine.
I just tell everyone I was Matt Savage's golf buddy. Like, you know, I lose enough money to this guy, he's going to give me some perks. You know?
He's unbeatable, man.
So you're still golfing a lot all during this time because I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did want to bring this up because like. I have so many friends that golfed in college or whatever, and then they just went through this like 5 to 10 year stretch where they hated golf. They just refused to play because it was a job to them at that point, and they just didn't want to do it. And then they found it later in life. Was that you at all? Or
a little bit. I had probably 2 years where I didn't play at all, but I didn't hate it. I just was doing other things, and I wasn't going to take it seriously anymore, so I just kind of didn't play. And then I picked it back up, and then I was never frustrated being bad anymore. It's just golfing for fun and gambling with people, you know what I mean? So, but now that I've joined a country club, I play a lot more, and I'm getting back to where I was. And I mean, still not competitive on any, you know, I can't play with anyone for real. But
sure. But like, still, it's you get the competition is there though. That's I think that's the main part or whatever. That's why I like golf.
So much. I mean, I love it, especially. I mean, with. You know, we're playing with other gamblers, so you come up with fair games or close to fair games that are fun. Makes the game a lot. Yeah,
I mean, it's like the only day it rains in Vegas, and he's not on the golf course. We got him in here. So
yeah,
he looked up the weather weeks ago. He was like, "It's gonna rain today. I'm free. Look at me." So let's talk about that WPT thing because like, did that happen organically with Savage, or were you just like, okay, I want to start traveling more? Because like most of your stuff is like kind of in the Northwest. Vegas-ish or whatever. Then all of a sudden you're just coming to Jacksonville, or like were you actually following the circuit? Like
I was traveling a lot more at that point because then that was after separating, so I had a lot more freedom, and I went to Borgata, Florida. I guess I didn't travel a ton everywhere else. I think
you went to Tunica. Yeah?
I never went to Tunica. I did go to Biloxi.
That's who Biloxi.
I went to Biloxi once. I mean, I started to travel a lot more, and I really liked Borgata. I made a WPT final table there. But Borgata was probably the place that I did the best until Jacksonville. Won that.
All right. Let's talk about Borgata came first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about that one. Here, I'm trying to remember some of the other people that were at the final table or whatever, but
and Hamnet won.
Yeah, that's right. But like, how was the run? I mean, that's your first. You said you were struggling WPTs, and this is kind of like the breakout party for it. I mean, it really is. So like, how were the nerves? 'Cause I know how mine were the first time I made a WPT final table. I get it, but like, you know, what was like the run like?
Yeah. So, I remember, I mean, one hand, first of all, there was like maybe 18, 20 left, something like that. Me and Yellow Sub getting a hand that, I don't remember who put in way too much, but we ended up playing like a 130 big blind pot, ace queen against ace queen, and I made a flush. I don't remember why one of us overplayed it. I can't remember the hand, but I know I made a flush. So
that was back in the day where like it was just a click war, right? I mean,
it could have been, yeah. It definitely was back in the day. So this was before I think this was even before the bracelet win. I don't remember what year this was, but that was a massive pot that was a big turning point for me. And then we get to the final table, and now the stuff that made me nervous was this, like putting a microphone in my face and giving me an interview and putting makeup on me and like that. I mean, I was like, what the hell? The big lights, and they had little stands and stuff. And so all that was very nerve wracking. But like once I'm like looking at cards and making poker decisions, that just goes out the window. I'm not like trying to sound like a tough guy, but like I don't feel any nerves once I'm playing. You know what I mean?
I felt the same way, by the way. I'm super nervous before and even on breaks, but like, as soon as the first card's dealt, it's like, okay, poker, like it's fine. I didn't feel the cameras. I didn't feel anything else.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a strategy game. It's not. I don't know that nerve stuff didn't really get to me very much. I wasn't like worried about making a bad play and people laughing at me or something like that. You know what I mean?
So if you had to pick, like, you know, where you're gonna make a mistake, is it a 7-iron with like TV coverage or whatever, or Like you at the final table of your first WPT. I mean,
I'd probably rather make the mistake with a 7-iron because no, I'd rather make the mistake on TV and poker because you might even benefit from it in the long run. Like you know, someone might think you're an idiot and make a bad play against you later because of it.
So smart.
Yeah, that's why I keep sucking it up on live streams. Not because I just lose my brain and forget how to play poker.
Well, I mean, to our defense, because like I was kind of in the same boat or whatever. Is like, you know, when you're on like a cash game stream, at least the way I feel, like you want it to be entertaining. Like there is that extra pressure. If you're in for tournament or whatever, at least for me, it's just like, well, the goal is first place. Like we're gonna try to win, but like for cash, it's like I also have to be entertaining and try to win. It's
right. Want to get invited back? Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making an excuse for.
Don't worry, I'm never making a TV final table. So
I actually even on the TV streams, I don't know about feel the pressure to be fun at the table or whatever, but I still do want to. I still want to talk to people and get them loosened up a little bit. It just makes the vibe a little better.
And like I was going to bring this up at some point in the stream, so might as well do it now. Like to me, you epitomize like some of the live game pros that are still out there. That's fantastic, and like I mean that's so genuine. It's so nice. Like I kind of knew you really weren't in like the online streets that much or whatever. You cut your teeth like live and in person or whatever, and like it shows that every table you're a part of. So like anyone that plays with them knows what I'm talking about. But like it's you know, you're going to be chatting, and sometimes you're going to have a beer in front of you or whatever, and it's always a fun time. And there's just more than one way to skin a cat is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
so,
I mean that's what I love about your guys' game and your whole mantra is just making poker fun. Also, it can be serious and fun at the same time. Like,
there's nothing wrong with serious turns and rivers and like, you know, decisions or whatever. But like in the interim, it shouldn't be like, okay, let me write down that hand.
Yeah.
It looked like this.
Please don't talk while I'm making my decision over here.
At that WPT Jacksonville final table, it was Jake Schwartz, Ben Zamani. Somebody had suggested let's show one card after every hand, and even throughout the entire TV table, we all did. Everyone showed one card after every hand.
Yes.
So I mean, the fun is there, you know.
Speaking of fun, when I was doing my research, you like to do prop bets, is what I heard.
Sure.
And you may not be too good at them based on what
You
I
read my Twitter profile. Thank you. That's your research.
ChatGPT looked it up for me. They said something about a beer, a hole, golf.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Someone, I don't remember who set the lines, but we had to start a beer and finish the beer on each tee box. It was Affleck and I had the bet. So Affleck had to break 100. I had to break 95. And it was an easy golf course. Well,
but you both were drinking
we both had to start and finish a beer every tee box.
And you lost this?
No.
Okay. I was just like, it feels like right up your alley.
Yeah. So we do. Yeah, sure. There's plenty of lost prop bet stories, but this one, I started so cocky. I had Hogardens for the first 3 holes, but then switched to Miller Lite after that. But Affleck made like a 13 on like the 7th hole. He was dead, and we were tackling each other. Everyone was hammered in the group. It was really funny. The videos of it's like I think there was a 5-some. Matt Jarvis is actually kind of trying to play serious, and there's him lining up a putt where we're all like wobbling around, running around the greens.
So no one else is doing this bet but you and Affleck?
Only Matt and I are doing the bet, but we also still had bets against other people, but they gave us a little extra strokes because they knew what was going on.
Where was this?
Was that El Dorado in LA? So public course, it's okay in LA. It was like maybe during the LAPC or during some tournament in LA.
So what spurned the thought to do this?
I don't remember, but it was shockingly, I don't remember.
I feel like I keep hearing about these, like, oh, like I want to play whatever, a golf round or a poker thing where like you have to take a shot or like whatever, drink a beer X amount of times or whatever. Like, I feel like that should just actually be a thing. Like, just like to me, it'd be super entertaining, even watching like the best of the best, like golfers or whatever have to like drink a daiquiri or I don't know what rich people do. I don't know what they do. But
I mean, John Daly should just start a league, and that's the league. You know?
Yeah, I mean, there are some partiers out there too. That could be really fun.
I just say, I think it'd be great. I think it's good for a cash game or a tournament as well. I think that'd be.
We got Pat Madden, who has the handicap poker idea or whatever. Anytime you win a pot over so many blinds, then you have to take a shot.
I love it. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I mean, as long as everyone's consenting ahead of time, like no one can get in trouble for it. Really,
right?
I guess. You know, they could.
They always could, though. I think there was, I can't remember who it was, but like some high roller, I think, came into Vegas and plays like the biggest games. And then like after the fact, I think he sued the casino for letting him drink too much. I think this happened like right before like COVID or whatever. But Yeah, like I don't think he won or whatever, but like he's like I was overserved, even though like he was the one ordering the drinks and he was acting completely fine. He was just got took for like $1 million or something like that.
Just sad he lost.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, the excuses. All right, so let's talk about the WPT win then. Like you guys are showing a card every time you win. That sounds fucking great. Like the final table, even though you can't remember half of them, sound fun. Did you think like your experience from like your first one at the Borgata like kind of helped you at all, or was it just kind of like another tournament, another final table?
Maybe actually, it was weird. I came in probably middle of the road, and I was just a nit at this final table. I never got to do anything creative. I was short most of the time and just won all ins. Like it's kind of boring, the hands that led me to the end here. I remember Marvin Carlins, the Duck Man. I don't know, you know this guy? He's a Jacksonville or South Florida legend.
Oh, I do know who he is.
Older guy that's like a professor also. And he's a really entertaining character. There was one hand where we got to the turn. I was bluffing on the flop. I might even check raise. I don't remember. I had ace jack high. I remember that there was a queen out there, and on the turn he calls my bluff and then just turns over his tens. And now we're to the river, and I have like just under a pot left, and he has way more than that. I'm like,
and he showed his hand.
He just tabled his hand because he thought the hand was over. He just like got nervous and turned his hand over. And so now we get to the river, and I'm like, do I do it? I think he's so gonna call. So even that spot I passed. So I was just a nit the whole final table, but just won every all in, and that's how I won.
I think that's a good give up. Honestly.
It probably was, but we don't know.
We'll never know. But oh my god, yeah. There's so many times people get kind of like angry at themselves for making a mistake, so they're just like, well,
not folding now.
I'm not.
He was a real nervous ball of energy. He was, very high strung, and so I felt like he was going to call. I still have no idea to this day.
I think he was going to call.
Yeah,
good
Marvin, if you're out there, leave a comment. Would you have called?
I did get heads up with Benzimani, and we had to play a bunch of hands, so there was a little bit of a battle there. So I got to play. I probably played well. Yeah, he is. I may have played well against him heads up. That might have been the only spot I earned it at the final table. The rest was just being tight and winning all ends.
And I think this is the one that was 375. If my memory serves or whatever.
Yes.
And again, I don't want to keep asking, did this change or blah blah blah? Because I understand you're still being backed, and I don't know what the makeup figures were at any point in time. But was it just extra validation? Or was it just okay?
Definitely extra validation, maybe even too much comfort, but I was real excited to play after that, and I had just been with my wife now, she was my girlfriend at the time for, I don't remember how long, but she was in the stands and got to be there for it, and the camera's on her, and
the real question
really
is,
fun.
would you guys have gotten married if you did not win?
Yeah, probably. We didn't get married until a lot longer. During COVID.
She might have just dumped you right away. You get 6, and she's like,
yeah,
Jesus, what a loser. I'm sorry, I'm into dating winners.
She might be married to Benzimani today.
We were playing heads up for wives.
Oh, there's some other universe out there where somebody's married to your wife.
Sitting on that chair right there.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Sorry. So how long were you guys dating up to this point?
I don't remember. Okay, so you're putting me on the spot here.
Would she know? How about
of course she would know.
Okay,
yeah. It was
it's fine. Let's just make up a date.
Well, let's call it about a year.
There we go.
I'm gonna call it about a year.
All right.
About a year. Yeah.
Sounds super made up, but all right.
I'm bad at that.
You guys weren't living together, I
think we were actually.
Okay.
So I was in Seattle, and she was in Scottsdale when we met on Tinder. By the way,
mm-hmm.
I was in Arizona for the Arizona State Poker Championship, and we met on Tinder, and it was a great first weekend. And then she was traveling a lot for work. I was traveling a lot, so she met me in Florida during a tournament for a weekend, and then Borgata after that, and then we kind of did a long distance thing for a while. Eventually, I moved to Scottsdale because it was more convenient. Sold my place up there. Eventually, she sold her Scottsdale place, and we bought one here.
That's awesome. I feel like we're part of the happily married club, which I feel like doesn't get talked enough in poker or even just in society. In all honesty,
yeah.
I'm just everyone's like, I'm married. I'm married, so therefore I'm sad, and I don't want to go home. My married friends are just married life sucks. I love being married.
Yeah. even my friends talk about my wife like that. There's not like a, getting away from the wife thing. And,
I just miss her. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when she goes out of town for whatever, like the first day I'm like, yeah, I'm free. And then like 18 hours later, I'm like, I miss her so much. It's like, I'm just such a mess. I'm just like high and drunk and just sitting there like eating some shitty Chipotle or something like that.
Yep.
Shout out to my wife, Morgan.
And DoorDash when she's gone.
DoorDash definitely goes up. So you are a good golf buddy with Matt Savage.
Yep. Nice segue.
Thanks. I've been working on my segues lately. Actually gave a high five yesterday. I was so proud of myself. Anyway, sorry. Obviously you guys are good friends. You golf a lot. You gamble and golf against each other. Savage is a tough cookie. As someone that has golfed with him probably a dozen times in my life and never won, he's a tough cookie.
I don't believe that.
Have you guys ever done any kind of a prop bet aside from golf?
With Matt, I mean, we all sorts of nonsense. Yeah, actually, he posted a Twitter poll about 2 weeks ago that seemed really, really random to come out of nowhere. We were sitting around a table talking about, I don't know how it came up, but who is more famous, Travis Barker or Wayne Gretzky?
What?
I feel like the answer is obvious, but maybe it's not.
Okay, well, the obvious answer, I think that most of us who are over 40, over 30 even, and in the sports world go Wayne Gretzky. However, Travis Barker's married to a Kardashian, was on the Kardashians show, has like 5 million Instagram followers. Wayne Gretzky has like 200,000. So everyone under 30 knows who Travis Barker is, and everyone over 30 knows who Wayne Gretzky is.
But there's more people that are over 30 than under 30, right?
I guess that's true, but keeping up with the Kardashians is fucking unbelievably famous in Australia. You think Australians know Wayne Gretzky?
That's a good point. All right, fair enough.
What was the result of the poll?
Well,
I'm going to be disappointed.
You guys won by a mile.
Okay.
But it was also Savage posting the Twitter poll, and all his followers are boomers. So,
All right.
Were you on the Gretzky side then? Or
I was on the Barker side. But
you were slinging it pretty hard.
I bet. I actually.
See how defensive his voice got?
I bet very. I bet.
Travis Barker's
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I think a closer poll is going up to people and seeing if they've heard of Blink-182 or Travis Barker. You know what I mean? Like which one?
Right. I think the Kardashians makes it over the line, but I lost anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I've been having a debate recently. Granted, this is probably about a year ago when it started. Like we were talking about who the it girl in Hollywood is, and like I was at the time I was like, oh, it's Margot Robbie. Like in my head, I was like,
love her, yeah.
And then like 4 people at the table were like, who is that? I'm like, I don't want to be friends with any of you people. And then the other people were like, no, it's Sydney Sweeney. I was like, who is Sydney Sweeney?
Oh, it is.
And they were like,
Sweeney now.
everyone looked at me with the same ire, and I was just like, okay. Yeah. And like, granted, I know she is now and all that stuff, but like it even to this like a week ago, they sent me a picture of her in like some see-through dress, and were like, you really think she's not the it girl? I'm like, yeah, she's in some shitty movie. Like, whatever. Good job for her. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. She's not, but like,
Margot Robbie is unbelievable.
Thank you. All right.
Barbie movie, highly underrated, by the way. Very good movie.
Yeah, I saw it twice in theaters.
I think I did too.
All right, I read a different prop bet story where you ended up in the hospital. Is that a real story or no? A running bet?
I did not go to the hospital in that bet.
Okay.
But I
damn it, ChatGPT.
Maybe I should have. So I'm not. So this was only running in a parking lot against Matt Savage. We had to run maybe 100 yards or something. I had to run backwards and he had to run forwards.
How long ago was this?
10 years ish. It was before COVID for sure. Maybe a little more than 10 years. Yeah. Okay. So I was ahead, but running backwards is kind of hard to see where you're going. And I had to go over a curb, and then I ran right through a mirror of a truck. So the truck mirror completely fell off. I left a note, never got a response.
You left a note.
I swear to God, I left a note. I left a note with my number. I was like, whatever, but I never got a response. So anyway, truck mirror fell off. I fell down and scraped my hand. Like my palm was like completely, like it was like this big flap right here. Like it was really bad. So Matt won, stupid race.
Did he showboat it on the way in?
It was really close, actually. I think he may have won anyway, because if I had to go over the curbs and didn't fall, I still probably would have lost, but it was close.
Why would you pick a spot where you have to go over curbs?
I
Backwards?
I don't think I needed to. I think I ran sideways because I'm running backwards.
All right, now I'm with you. I get it now. Okay.
It's a straight line, but I took a
Yeah.
direct left into a truck.
Yeah, man. So this is a dumb side note, but I swam in high school because I didn't make the basketball team just to do something, and I was the worst guy on varsity. So I had to swim everything that people didn't want to swim. So the 400 or whatever the longest backstroke is, I had to swim, and it's hard to go straight. Like I would run into the ropes. I was that bad. So
Naturally,
anyway,
we accept bets running backwards.
yeah.
How much
right.
are these? Was that bet for?
It had to be small. I mean,
It's savage.
if both of us think we're definitely going to win, it might get to 100.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, like I would have done it for fun, thinking I'm going to lose for 20. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
Where was this? You remember?
yes, exactly. The do you know the Cracked Egg in Southwest? It's a breakfast spot.
No, I know the cracked egg.
Rainbow.
Yeah. Okay.
There's one in summer. There's more of them. Anyways, great breakfast spot, by the way.
You guys had breakfast and then had a race?
It might have been before. I don't remember. But it was in
Changed it to
that
the
park.
cracked palm.
Yeah, it
I
was
was
in that
expecting a
parking lot.
bar or like a casino.
No, this was in the morning. Yeah, this was not drunk. I guess it could have been, but it probably wasn't.
I'm just trying to envision how this how does
not a
this
very
shit
big-
talking like even start? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't wait for an omelet. You want a fucking race?
No idea.
You go backwards, I'll go forwards.
I've had a couple of good ones with running. I mean, so my wife is a marathon runner, so she's made me run to just. I mean, I know I'm still carrying a lot here, but like
Holiday weight.
yeah,
Pre-holiday weight.
yeah, she made me. I ran a marathon. I'm a actual runner, and anyway, one day after the Phoenix Open waste management, the wasted management they call it, because it's like complete party Happy Gilmore version of golf.
Is that the one where they throw the cans on if
yes.
you get a hole in one? Okay.
Yes.
I'm in.
yes.
I'm in for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a great experience. We did it for my 40th birthday again after we've done it a bunch of years. When we lived in Scottsdale, we would run down to it, and then when the gates open, you run to the 16th hole to get the best seats because it's open to anyone.
That's the par 3 that's enclosed or whatever.
It's like a stadium where they
So you
make
guys
a
have
hole in
a
one
huge edge for
things.
good seats with your running prowess.
Yeah, I mean, people do the college thing where they stack up all the beer things and make a snake through the whole
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's an amazing vibe. I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, after that, we a buddy of mine who is also a runner. This is at like 1 a.m. We've been drinking all day, and he says at that point he can still run a 6:30 mile, and we're like, "Come on, man!"
I happen to have 6 minutes on me right
Yeah,
now.
So we went to a high school track and we watched him run. He gave it a valiant effort. It was like 6:50 or something. He lost, and
Did he throw up? That's
he
what I
did
wanna-
not throw up.
Wow.
Yeah, he did not throw up.
That's impressive.
That would have been in the stands. That'd be one of the right-in props for sure.
That was a good one. I was there for the I don't know how famous it is now, but the Mike Norrie eat $1,000 of McDonald's food.
Oh, I remember this
Yeah,
on Twitter,
yeah.
but I don't remember the actual
even like
run
Dan
out.
Bilzerian got in on it. So there was hundreds. Well, there was at least 100,000 bet on this. That he had 36 hours to eat $1,000 of McDonald's food, and so he had Googled the menu and like tried to. He didn't prepare for it eating wise or anything. He blames his loss on, I mean, drinking the night before, but he's not a big drinker, and he did not drink that much the night before. It was like 3 of us shared 2 bottles of wine. Like that was not the reason he lost. But he started with buying as many packs of apples as they would give him
Okay.
and as many packs of guacamole as they would give him
I don't know about that.
and sides of bacon. And that was our first order was like $300. He was going to go do this. And then later we were going to go back.
Uh-huh.
One side note, he's dressed in a Hamburglar costume when we show up.
Sure, why not?
My buddy got one of those the camera speeding tickets that they have in it was in Scottsdale. He got a camera speeding ticket, and you can see in the camera speeding ticket Nori in a Hamburglar costume in the passenger seat.
Please tell me they saved that picture.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'll try to get it to you guys.
Yeah.
If I can. It's really amazing.
Did he succeed on the first 300?
No.
No, that was it. He was just
No,
done after that.
No, he mashed up all the apples with his hands to make applesauce, and got through most of that.
How's that help?
Was
I feel like that makes it
eating
worse.
guacamole just straight from the canisters. Like it's
about to be
just so
nauseous right
gross.
now.
Yeah. He
Cool.
ate some bacon, and like after a little break, he like ate maybe a burger or something just to like try to get back to center, and he just gave up. So the first buy, he got through maybe $200 worth of food before he gave up.
What side was Bilzerian on this?
I don't remember, but whoever had a really big bet, like accused Nori of scamming, like he set this up somehow, which was 100% not the case. Nori lost his own money, not very much, maybe 1,000 on it or something. I don't remember how much he lost on it.
Lost some intestinal damage too. I mean,
Yeah.
They gave up before the intestinal damage.
Yeah.
Smash apples.
Yeah.
Nom, nom.
The maybe the same year during the Savage Invitational, which is Savage's big tournament he has every year, which is, it's been between, well, it started with like 12 people, but this is now like the 32nd year or something. It's been up to 100 people for some of these tournaments. Craig Chait had to eat maybe 400 chicken nuggets in some amount of time. I don't remember what the number was.
Right.
He had all these tricks to try to do it. He said he needed to drink Diet Coke, so that he could burp, which would help him somehow. And he was using vinegar to like make it less salty. Like he had all these tricks and got through not even half of it and gave up. So he lost that one too.
That was at the Invitational?
It was it was at my house. Actually, both of these bets were at my house. Well, my wife's house, but
The arena, as we call it.
yeah.
The food arena.
Don't
Those are
invite
good
me over to
prop
your place, please.
Another prop bet that's not nearly as fun. A buddy of ours had cancer a couple times, and he believes that he beat it through being vegan mostly. I'm sure other things helped him, but he was vegan, so he was pushing that on his friends. And so we accepted, me and my wife, to be vegan for a year, and I would get a main event buy-in, and she would get something else that it totaled about 15,000 in equity if we did it, and we did it. So
Oh, sick.
I was vegan for a whole year. It was during COVID, actually, so I was cooking for myself.
Ooh. I feel like that's way tougher than like if it wasn't. For some
I
reason.
think actually, so what I hated about it is going out with friends. Like, if you go to the right places, it's fine. But if you go to the wrong place, it's like beer and French fries, which is fine. But if you go to in the middle, like you have to ask the waiter if they have butter and stuff, and
You
like
get to
that
sound
feels
like a jerk.
like that's
Yeah,
just a pain in the ass. It's not. It wasn't that hard to actually be vegan. I just didn't like the social aspects of it.
Yeah, I could see that. You're just like,
I was just thinking being at home all day, like just being like, God, I could just use a cheeseburger right now.
Yeah, yeah. My wife hated missing sushi and cheese. For me, I didn't. There wasn't really anything that I hated missing. It was fine. I mean,
So you stuck with it till now, right?
no, definitely
okay.
not. She thought she might for a little bit after, but she gave up too.
I was the first like easing back into meat and cheese and stuff like that.
I don't because
nobody eases
because
into
I
meat and cheese, Justin.
because I drink and eat like an animal. I don't like feel things in my body. Like if it goes a little wrong,
You
like
just stop there.
if
in your
my
body.
stomach
I just
and-
don't feel things when I drink.
like yeah. I mean, if my stomach feels bad, like that's normal. I don't know. You know.
Cheers to not having a solid poop in
Where's
3
the
weeks.
bottle opener, by the way?
Oh, here we go.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it wasn't hard to ease back into being not vegan.
I just remember the prop bet story of when Letter, I think he was a vegan or whatever, and someone like was going to pay him $10,000 to eat a cheeseburger, like the biggest, sloppiest cheeseburger.
Wow.
And he just did it, no problem. He was like, yeah, it was delicious. Thank you, 10,000.
I mean, that's absurd.
I will save so many cows with this money.
I liked to dive into the whole veganism thing when we were doing it. Like thought I was saving the world.
Sure.
Maybe I was like, making my body better. Maybe I would commit to staying with it, but
Well, do you have cancer?
I do not.
Okay.
Well,
Boom.
I thought
Shout out to your friend.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yes,
your friend.
yes. Thank you, Mike Sortino. We can name him. Yes.
Saved him for at least 1 year.
All right, let's get back to poker a little bit now.
Sure.
That was a good sign off. I do appreciate
Little prop bet stories.
The prop bet stories are the best. I do like those. All right, so last we left you had just won a WPT down in Jacksonville. You're starting to travel more. Your girlfriend of a year, future wife, is going on with you or whatever. Is it just like I know how I was maybe like 5 years prior, where I was just like whatever, like, oh, next month I'm going to this spot, and next month I'm going to this spot. It was just like once a month. Was that what you're doing? You're just traveling like literally every step?
Yeah, about that. And before COVID, she had to travel for work all the time too. So she would meet me where I was on weekends usually, and I would be wherever, like we said, Florida, Borgata.
Right.
I went to one Irish Open, and then later she and I did a big Europe trip together where we went to Barcelona, and Savage was there for a WPT Prime in Liechtenstein. So we added that stop just to meet up with them and go play that. I mean, this was an incredible trip. We ended up adding the Ryder Cup was in Rome at the time. So we went to the Ryder Cup, which is one of the best sporting events I've ever been to, being a road Ryder Cup fan, even though we got killed. It was an absolute blast. And we put Oktoberfest in on that trip. And people kept joining and leaving. Ben Irwin joined us for just like 4 days. He flew across the world to be in Copenhagen with us for 1 day, and then Oktoberfest for 3, and then went back home. It's like, I could not imagine flying that far for that, but that's how good a friend he is. He's a great dude.
That's nice.
It was a blast. So Jordan Cutter was a big part of that trip, and his wife. It was a blast. So traveling a little bit more.
I definitely want to go to a Ryder Cup or whatever at some point in my life. I think that's that or the Waste Management are the only 2 golf events I would even think about going. Like, none of the shit even like is on the radar for me. Like,
well, okay, so I have no love for the Live Tour, but the Live Tour events live are really fun. They're almost like Waste Management dialed down. They're like trying to make it the Waste Management. So those are fun, and they had that at Las Vegas Country Club Super Bowl weekend a couple years ago, which was a blast. So
you had parties, right? Like, your house overlooks like I can't remember what hole now or whatever.
Yeah, the 6th hole of Las Vegas Country Club. So I'm a member there, and that's where I'm starting to get good at golf again or whatever. But the Live Tour party was great. We had, I don't know, maybe 30 people over to stand in the backyard and watch a little bit, just go out on the course. And then, a bunch of poker players that I know or random people that I know around town were walking the course, and they would just kind of join the party. So the party ended up being maybe 50 or 60 people by the end of it. There's a little prop bet story at the end. So after the last group goes through the last day, they switched the 9, so it was 15. So the tournament's almost over.
Right.
Obviously, we've all had a few beverages. Toby Lewis now decides we're going to play closest to the pin from just outside my backyard to the hole, which is about 80 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs my wife's lob wedge. I have mine, as I'm left-handed. He hits it to like 4 feet, and the lob wedge breaks in half on the shot. So he takes such a big divot that the lob wedge breaks in half because it's like a women's flex, but he hit it to like 4 feet. And like, we're all cheering, going nuts, whatever. So I stand up and I blade it into the hospitality tent. So now it goes straight over the green into the hospitality tent. Now cops show up. It wasn't even the security for the golf course. It was literally cops. They came and they were like, you guys have to leave the course. And we're like, okay. And we walked 10 feet back in my backyard. All right, thanks. Yeah. So that was a good one. I don't know. I don't remember how much I lost to Toby on that shot. Maybe $100, but
did he buy your wife a new?
I mean, he broke your wife's life.
You know what? He does owe my wife a lob wedge. I don't think we ever. I don't think
this needs to be rectified, Toby.
Yeah. We're gonna get that.
That's amazing.
That is good. All right, let's go back just before or right at COVID. Actually,
okay.
Like, I do think it's interesting. I don't know how funny. It's probably not funny at all. But like, you were playing the Shooting Star basically when all the shit was going down.
Yeah.
In the country, and it started in the western part of the country, obviously.
Yeah.
So like, you made a final table at the Shooting Star. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of money up top, and then.
Go.
This was actually pretty wild. So leading up to it, it was back when they had the California swing. So there was LAPC, then Thunder Valley, then so Thunder Valley is just outside of Sacramento. I represent this place. So by the way, it's the best in the world. You guys all need to come to Thunder Valley.
I agree with that.
Okay, there's the plug. Anyway, so those 3 in a row, and COVID was kind of on the radar. It was like in Asia when we were at LAPC. Mm-hmm. And so now people start having hand sanitizers. Like, a lot of the Asian dealers are wearing masks now, but no one's wearing masks yet. Mm-hmm. And there was like this kind of weird racism meanness to the dealers at that time, I remember. But Savage is really good about protecting dealers, so that was handled well. We get to Thunder Valley. Now there's hand sanitizer everywhere. They're talking about those dividers they ended up putting up. They didn't do that. Still no masks yet. That series goes on okay. Like it was a little bit numbers down, but nothing crazy. Kind of thinking about not going to the Bay because this is going on, but we don't really know if it's serious yet or not. We go to Bay. Now it's like in the news that there's like a new hotbed in the Bay Area.
Mhm.
So they're a little scared. We played day one. Bag after day one, there's talk of, hey, are we going to do this the next day? Whatever, we do it. Come back the next day. Bag at the end of day two, and there's 10 people left. So there's still 2 tables, maybe 11 people left. There's 2 tables, and we all get together and they ask us, do you guys want to just ICM chop this? And many of us didn't. We didn't know if we're supposed to be scared of COVID yet or not. There's no masks. So we decided we're going to play. All the employees have to come the next day anyway. That's already been established. So we're not saving anybody by not playing. So we come back the third day. There's only 11 or 10. And now one of the guys, the Swedish pro, who's very good and had like a medium stack, shows up visibly ill. And he's wearing a mask now.
That's Michael. Was it Michael Thuritz?
Yeah. I think it's Turianic, but
Okay. Yeah. I've been calling him wrong though.
I don't know. I might be pronouncing it wrong either. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that guy, yes.
Yeah.
He's definitely not faking it. It doesn't do him any benefit to get an ICM chop. He's a very
really
good player. There's some fish left in the field and even some that had a lot of chips. So I definitely wanted to play. Chrissy Foxon, also, I think she might have been Bicknell back
She
then.
Bicknelled then?
I think she was Bicknell, but and this was like before her and Alex went down the red pill anti-COVID thing.
Sure.
She wanted to play. I wanted to play, but like once we started talking, so Anthony Zeno and Craig Varnell was a chip leader, and he mildly wanted to play, but he also just got the trophy and got first place if he wants. So like he was fine with it ending, but he definitely, he said he wanted to play. Spinella's out of his mind, doesn't care. And Lexi Gavin was next to Zeno, and they're both sitting right next to Michael, who is sick. And Anthony is a germaphobe by nature, and she's scared, I think. I mean, her and Bob are like fighting it hard to chop it. And so in the end, like, I really wanted to play, but also I didn't know if I was holding people hostage for their lives. So like, we decided to chop it, and people were just so shy to say anything except for Lexi, and a little bit Zeno wanted to cancel. And so I was just like, let's just chop it. I think I was probably the loudest to make it happen, but I didn't want it to happen.
So was it a majority thing, or was it like we need a unanimous like?
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was unanimous to chop in the end. No one was saying no. I want to play. Okay. Yeah. So we ended up ICM chopping, and I think I got just over 100,000, which was really nice. I was like 3rd or 4th in chips, and I had a great table and a great position, a great seat. So I really wanted to play. And then on the other table, Varnell had Chrissy on his direct left. So I actually think Varnell was scared to play, but I hope he didn't hear that. But I'm sure he's a battler. He wants to play.
He's a battler. Believe me. Yeah. When you say scared, it's not like he's like scared to like actually play against, but like it's a tough spot, and just,
exactly,
like being realistic and be like, okay, well, even though I'm chip leader, this is a terrible seat for
me.
Right,
we're playing for money at the end of the day. Yeah. What's best for the money?
Right, and just strategically, he had the worst seat, and I had the best seat, so it's easy for me to say I want to play. So,
yeah, right.
But yeah, when we realized, so the day before, in the middle of day 2, we see the PGA Tour cancel in the middle of a tournament. We see March Madness cancel in the middle of it. All these things, like we're like, this is really might be like world ending. This could be really dangerous. So it was the right thing for us to end up chopping it.
I definitely would have been on the cancel side, and not because I was scared or anything like that, but like I couldn't imagine living with the guilt if like someone ended up getting severely sick, because we honestly didn't know what this is going to turn into. Looking back, we were like, you guys should have fucking played.
Right.
Who cares?
I agree. But
like, you get a sniffle. Who cares?
Because we're all young and pretty healthy, and we're battling with chips all the time. Like we've already got it. If it's there, like our immune systems are a little.
There's a big sign that says like, if you touch our chips, you'll get cancer. And like, it's still like thousands of people go into the commerce every single day. Like no one cares.
But a lot of them are probably vegans, so it'll be all right.
Very good callback. It was funny at the time. So Savage was a big guy joking about COVID the whole time, like didn't think it was going to be a big deal at all. But then we get on the plane to fly home and he won't even sit next to me and he's wearing a mask. So he pretends to be a tough guy. He was scared of it too.
Only guy making money off of COVID, that was Mike McDonald, I think. When he bet that the World Series wouldn't happen.
Wow.
And got a lot of action on it, I think.
That's amazing.
I don't know. I'd love to get him on and ask him about it. But
One day.
So COVID actually sent me into a different world too. So we were living in Vegas renting at the time, me and my wife, and we were just at the end of our lease and we really liked our place. We were definitely going to do it again. But she found this thing on Twitter that was like, if you can prove you have your own income, so you're not stealing a job and you can work remote, you can live in Barbados for a year as an American. So we took that opportunity. It was just like perfect timing. When else were we going to do it? There's no poker, so I have to learn to play online anyway. And in the States, that's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Barbados for a year and I learned to play online. And I think I got a lot better, but I didn't win very much. I had a couple, maybe 20K scores in MTTs just to break even we ended up staying for 2 years. Because we loved it so much and we made lifelong friends. And I mean, this Barbados experience was unbelievable for us. And I think I got better at poker from it too.
That's fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
how'd you hear about this? I wouldn't call it a promotion, but like this.
She stumbled on it on Twitter one day and was like, should we take this seriously? And then like kind of went through all the motions to apply for it. And we didn't really take it that seriously until we got the letter back saying we were approved. And we're like, should we do this? And within a week we did it.
Yeah.
So we had,
Oh wow! Within a week, you just moved.
I think it was 1 week.
Wow.
It might have been 2, but yeah. So we just moved. We put our stuff in storage and we moved to Barbados. And Barbados is really, really small. It's only 166 square miles. So, and it only has it has 2 ports, 1 ship and 1 airport. But at the time, the ships were done because of COVID. So it was only 1 airport. So they did the zero COVID China policy. So if you come in, you have to quarantine for between 5 and 7 days. So we're stuck in a hotel room for 5 days, which is weird. And it was really funny. They had this great policy. They would check you into your hotel room and then they wouldn't tell you, but they would deactivate your key. So if you left, now they know, and they would actually report you to authorities.
stronger than some tape on the door.
Yeah. And they had this like facility, like a pop-up hospital thing for people who were dealing with any form of COVID, which almost never happened. But if you had left your room, you have to go to this thing. So, and we were just law-abiding citizens, so we never had to deal with that, but we heard about it later.
I mean, again, I love my wife to death.
Yeah.
Being 5 to 7 days in a tiny hotel room
Yeah.
with no other outlets seems really, really tough.
It was awkward. Yeah. I was setting up online accounts and learning to play online, and she was working remote all day. So we got through half the day, and then half the day is like, yeah.
Should we go out to dinner? Wait.
We can order food. There was food delivery service.
Okay.
Oh, look,
like,
Golden Girls is on again. Great.
Yeah. So it was a little tough for 5 days. When we get out, now we're in this like paradise that doesn't have COVID. And they didn't have one case for like a year. So it was, yeah, the whole world is falling apart and we're like in paradise for a year.
So what was your like after you got past the test or whatever? Like how was your living conditions there? Like, I mean, I know there's some poor parts or whatever of Barbados, or whatever,
Yeah.
like, but it's also a very cheap cost of living type place. Too,
So
right?
no, it's a posh British island.
It is. Okay,
So
all
most of it, well, I don't say most of it. The perimeter is mostly very posh and
Okay.
nice. So we had a place on the water, and we picked like the party area that is like a mix of locals and tourists.
Mhm.
There's another side that's like where Rihanna and Simon Cowell go, and it's super nice, you know. But we were in like the more real side, but it's still definitely not poor.
Okay. All right.
So I mean, the locals do fine. They have a pretty good government there, and whatever, they do well.
Why did you come back then?
Yeah.
I'm
Good-
very-
He did stay the
Good
extra
question.
year. He
So
did stay the extra
We
year.
definitely stayed an extra year. We made some awesome friends. We got really lucky to meet people who were really connected on the island, and we made really, really good friends to the point where they came to our wedding there. They came to us in Vegas. We went to a wedding back after COVID was over. Like we have real lifelong friends that we met there, which was really lucky. And the locals loved us, and it was kind of a blast for a year, and I definitely wanted to stay another year because we wanted to see some no COVID. Like, so I said they didn't have COVID for a year, which they basically didn't, but then they sort of let it in around the holidays because they had to get some tourism back. That these nomad visas weren't enough to keep tourism alive. So they had to let it open at some point. And then COVID did kind of cover the island a little bit at that time, but then vaccines were around and I don't know. It wasn't that bad, but it was kind of bad for them. But anyway, COVID sort of ends and we got married there. And at that point, we had only my mom and aunt came and visited once, and one other family friend came and visited us once. And then once it was open for everyone, we had our wedding there. We had 100 people come in, and well, we had 70 people come in and 30 were local there, but we got married there. It was an absolute blast. And then, it's still pretty isolated. It's far. It's like all the way down by Venezuela. It's the furthest Caribbean island. So I felt isolated. I made some golf buddies and played some golf there, but like I needed my friends back. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fair.
So we ended up killing it after 2 years and came back here.
My wife and I have actually talked many times about like just picking a country and just going there because like we can both kind of do our things wherever. And like the one thing that keeps us back is like we just miss our family too much. More her than me. And like I love my family, don't get me wrong. But like she misses her family. Like if she goes without a week without talking to her mom, she's upset. Yeah. So
that was a big thing for us too. We both have some health issues in our family, so we had to come back and help a little bit. But
did you end up in Vegas or back in Scottsdale?
We actually were looking to buy the whole time we were there. We were looking at things coming up because she had sold her house in Scottsdale. I sold mine in Seattle, and we were looking to buy in Vegas the whole time.
Okay.
And we actually made a trip out. It might have been just before the World Series, just to come look at houses, and we found the one that we wanted on Las Vegas Country Club and bought it while we were still there. And then after the wedding, we came and moved in.
Nice. All right. Let's wrap up on this last World Series. Or do you have something else you really...
No. What happened this World Series?
Yeah,
could have been anything.
Yeah.
Could even be a boat. You know how much we wanted one of those.
But no, like what a great World Series. You got your second World Series of Poker bracelet in a very tough and fun event. So yeah. Take us through that just a little bit, you know?
Okay. So we talked about my last big win was 2015, and this is now 2025. So I'm a has-been, like I'm doing okay.
You're a shooting star ever.
Right. So I'm doing okay. There's a couple 100K scores like the one we talked about in there. There was another run good one that was about that, but I do need to prove myself now. I'm 42, and like my last one's 11 years ago, the last bracelet. So like whatever. And I do feel like I need a little validation again to stay relevant, whatever. And because being a cash game player, you don't really need that. Like you just get by, whatever. But in tournaments, like you kind of need that. You need the little, I don't know, glory and whatever.
And you don't want a roll too.
You don't want a resume gap on your card player.
Exactly. And there for sure is.
You have to get a real job. It's like, well, I see all these scores, but what did you do for 4 years?
I'm broke now. Hire me.
Exactly. So, treading water through COVID and then, some small things here and there. But then this World Series, I was 0 for 16.
Solid start.
As it goes.
Yeah. Going into the 3K 6 max. And it's only a 2-day event because it's 30-minute levels. But with 6 max, you still get enough hands in that it doesn't really feel like a turbo. Yep. People play pretty quick. I had a big stack after day one, and then right away on day two, got down to like the 20 big blind, battling zone, made a couple of big, tough decisions against tough players. And then when there was 18 left, now the field's very, very tough.
Tough. Yep.
I think it was the guy that just won. I'm not positive about this, but I think the guy that just won the last WPT, Connor Rash, I think he is on my left. And there's like 18 left, and we're like 2 and 3. I'm 2, he's 3 in chips, and I got ace against kings against him. Jeez. And it was a spot where he almost folded the kings. Like it was, yeah.
And a 6-handed tournament kind of turbo. That's
it was nearly impossible, but he really wanted to, and he ended up calling, and I won that massive pot, and then do just fine till the final table, and still probably overwhelming chip leader or close, maybe not overwhelming, but I had a lot of chips at the final table. And then I was 1 and 2 and got kings against queens on another young guy who's better than me on my left. You know what I mean? Like it was, so it just, the stars aligned, you know? And then I had all the chips and I tried to push some weight around, but I really didn't have to. I just got hands and ended up getting heads up with Bucky Wantman, which is funny because the first tournament he ever won was like a 500 at Borgata. 12 years before that, he beat me heads up in that.
Oh shit! All right.
So so we already have a history, and we're buddies too. Like we've drank together, hung out a lot. Yeah, I like Bucky a lot. Matthew Wantman, in case I don't know, whatever.
Our viewers,
they should know Bucky. Yeah. Anyway, so again, just like the Clements one, a shared rail, like the same people, and the people were loud and a blast. Like we had 30 people going nuts and drinking, and the whole time of the final table, both rooting for me and him. And so it was absolute blast. One other guy to mention, Andy Wilson, who's like an online legend in the UK. We ended up becoming friends, battling a lot in the second day, and he was really good. And I was kind of worried when he started getting all the chips, but he ended up losing a couple of coolers, and so yeah, dispatched him in, I don't know, maybe 4th, I think.
Okay.
But then, so after I win, place goes nuts. We have a blast. We're all drinking, whatever. Both Bucky and his rail, which is kind of still some of mine, and Andy Wilson and his rail, we all went out together afterwards. So it was pretty cool.
That's very romantic.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, I mean, we just went to the Tuscany pub or whatever, something that was local and open, and we could walkable, and we had 50 people there.
That's cool shit. I wish more of that stuff happens. I know it can be tough or whatever. You know, there's a lot of sad people in the crowd or whatever, but because there's overlapping or whatever, that's great.
Yeah,
and like I will say, people should go back and look at like your winner's photo. It's one of the better ones, in my opinion.
Thanks.
I'm just saying, like, there's a handful of like really good ones that like kind of stick in your mind, and that's one of them for me, or I think it will be going forward. I know it just happened a few months ago, but
yeah, and it was my biggest score ever. It was like 575,000. It was the biggest win by a mile. So yeah, you know.
And you gave your confidence, you gave your backer a little confidence in you again.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice.
The rest of the series went pretty well, and I also, you know that WPT patch, if you win a gold whatever.
I've heard of it.
Okay, so yeah, Jesse and Kroll, the final table.
Two of my good friends, but yeah,
mine too. We've golfed with Jesse together, but anyway, I had that patch the whole time. This 1500 6 max, you got an extra million. The 3K 6 max, you don't. Why didn't I get an extra million? I won the wrong tournament.
Guys, come on.
Yeah.
Why are you giving so much money to Code Doug when you could be giving some money to the strugglers out there that only just won 575K?
Right, exactly.
Come on, he needs $1 million.
I had a good, so I did have a good series of cashes after that, and nothing massive, but also wearing that patch, the WPT at the very end at the Venetian, I had a good run in that, and I was wearing the patch, so that was an extra million if I got that one, but I ended up fizzling at around 30th. It was Chrissy again, me, Chrissy, and who else was really good there? Oh, Duff Shret. So we went 30, 29, 28, and the field was. I was expecting a very tough. I was expecting a very tough field, and it was not.
I was very upset when I busted that tournament. Like,
I was really surprised. Yeah. It was very, very good field, especially towards the end.
All right, well, let's talk about future Tyler a little bit. Speaking of WPTs, are you going to stick around town for the win, or are you traveling to the Bahamas?
So because of that bracelet, they offer 25,000 bonus for a min cash, 100,000 for a final table, 250,000 for first if you go to the Bahamas, 13 nights for free, and there's this like Luxon thing where if you deposit 50K, you get 5K extra. So I am
WPT obviously
turning down. I am turning down that 40,000 in equity
unless you can match it.
I am playing in my backyard at the WPT because I love the WPT and I can walk to work instead of flying to the Bahamas. So.
Wait.
Yeah, so suck at WSOP.
Oh wow, you're serious?
I am. Yeah, I'm playing WPT.
Oh man,
yeah,
guys, patch him up.
Yeah. Seriously, or give him $250,000 for like winning a bracelet while we're in the
at least the 30K or whatever the match, you know.
Yeah, so I'll be here for the whole series, and I'm excited about it.
That's awesome to hear. And like, it's not like I have any like supreme like, ill will against WSOP.
Me neither. I was just joking.
No, but
I love the WPT.
I like the fact there's competition now. I love the fact that WPT is coming up. And to be completely honest, I kind of dislike how WSOP treated Jesse Aganuma and James Carroll.
I do too. I love those guys.
I don't think that was at all proper. But either way,
Plus, who likes
that's just more on me on my soapbox a little bit. But either way, I'm glad you're sticking around. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
It does make it easier. You can walk to play a poker tournament.
Can walk to work, and everybody's in town, so you might get some golf together. I'm noticing your ugly sweater, beautiful
fucking
sweater.
mouth.
Sorry, having a big Christmas party. I'm going to give you an invite after the.
Oh, you're not going to do it on air because
I don't want Art to hear.
Fair. That's perfect.
Speaking of which, where can the people follow Tyler online and cut?
But no, share your socials if you like to.
Sure. I'm pretty active on Twitter at Tyler Poker. I have an Instagram at Tyler Poker, but I'm mostly just an old lurker. I don't. I post family stuff and some stuff here and there on Instagram, but Twitter I'm active on.
All right, and to put you on the spot, when is the next Thunder Valley event that you are in charge of promoting?
Thank you,
Mr. Ambassador.
There is a Run Good Dream Factory. It's kind of their like everybody who won a ring in Run Good gets into these tournaments. There's an 1100, there's a 2-day 1100, and then there's a bunch of smaller events like 300 and 400s. And then the ring winners get into this tournament to get into the Poker Go $1 million free roll. So all the ring winners get in this $300 tournament. It has its own prize pool, but the winner also gets in that. So
that's big value. I mean, it's a tough it's a tough field, but I mean, you get to rub shoulders with legends, and you've won a $300 tournament or whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
First place is gonna be like $500,000 for that Poker Go thing.
Yeah, and it's a blast. You get to play in the Poker Go studio with celebrities and superstars. Like it's really cool to be a part of. So I'm excited about that. And Run Good puts on such a party, and especially at Thunder Valley, because Thunder Valley and Ben Irwin love to put on a big party. So there's this big like food and drinks for everyone who's playing any tournament, and they do this really silly version of an NFL draft where they do a drawing for people to get into that tournament who are not already in that tournament, and they treat it like an NFL draft, and they read out the random people's stats, and it's a big party. It's a blast. So,
hey guys. Check it out.
Come out just after Thanksgiving. So Friday after Thanksgiving through December 4th.
Awesome. All right. I think that's the pod.
All right. That's the pod.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy.